a hallelujah.
Hi, my name is Charlene. So, I used to be in a Christian household, so I grew up with God and His teachings, but I stopped going to church for more than 6 years due to some struggles I faced and some religious trauma I had. But during that time, it was my first day in my current job, and I was going through TikTok on my phone, and I suddenly started getting a lot of Christian content in my phone, and it was quite scary stuff. Like, it was about Judgment Day, about demonic possessions, and a lot of spiritual content. And I got really, really scared because it was my first time seeing this appear in my feed, and that's not normal. And I felt that there was this presence looking at me, and that more and more eyes were looking at me the more I stayed up that night. So I was really scared, and I started praying to God for the first time in a long time, for like more than 6 years. And during that prayer, I started telling God everything, like my hatred towards Him, how I was angry about Christianity, how I was angry about what He made me go through in life. But the more I prayed, the more I realized that the presence that was looking at me started disappearing, and I felt safe again. So during that prayer, I started getting emotional and crying and like breaking down to Him and telling Him that I didn't know what to do. And He told me to come back to church before it's too late. And after I told Him that I was scared to learn the wrong things, I heard God stop like responding to me. So I was like, okay, sure. But that next day when I was walking to my job, I passed by FGA, which was my old church, and I heard Him say, go to this church. I went back to FGA during that week, and the message that was on the screen said, come back home. And it was like a Camp X. I felt a lot of goosebumps during that time. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? It was free, so I'll just sign up and I'll go. Yeah, so during that time, I kind of grew closer to Him, and I started asking a lot of people in church about the questions I had and all the concerns that I had to like learn more about God. Yeah, after everything and after Camp X, I decided to stay because I realized that, yeah, this is the right church that God wanted me to go to.